Hello,
Alright.
hello! It's back to Dungeons and Desktops, and we're gonna go talk to a statue.
Well, you know, like we do.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, hello. Oh, he's such a polite statue.
Have you learned anything of interest?
I found records that Azo may be running some questionable experiments.
Experiments? Cade Manazzo's in charge of patient welfare now. He's not authorized to run any more experiments. I am disappointed in Cademan. I'd hoped he would be the one to guide your inquiry. He'll be in his office or in the patient wards. I'm granting you immediate access so you can find him. No doubt you'll wish to speak to him further on this matter. And I, for one, am curious as to what he might have to say. Tread carefully in the wards. There are a few dangerous cases. I'd ask that you do your best not to agitate the patients. They have enough troubles as it is.
Okay.
Ah! She finally leveled!
Oh my god!
Oh.
Praise the Jeebs.
Let's see if she actually can get...
I
Oh,
forgot she has a cool wing
hooray!
helmet
She
on.
got 1 point.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Oh, if only we had leveled her from the start. I don't
Yeah.
like that when we put a helmet on, all her hair
Her
goes
hair's
away.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I like the helmet though. That
Yeah.
is a pretty sweet helmet.
Oh, and she gets a 5th level thing.
Oh shit! What do they do?
Let's see. Ringleader. Imprints an insidious and powerful compulsion to obey the cipher across all enemies in the area. So it's an area dominate.
Oh my god!
Well, it dominates the target and charms the others.
Oh,
So the guy that we dominate will be like under our control. Sorry, I burped.
that was a very subtle burp.
Charm, they do fight on behalf of us, just at reduced capacity.
What are the other ones?
Borrowed. Oh, we get 2 of them.
Oh, cool.
Borrowed Instinct ransacks an enemy's intellect and perception for energy, causing damage to those enemy attributes. So it, while boosting the ciphers. So
Okay.
whichever foe takes a penalty to intellect and perception, and then she gets a bonus to melee accuracy, range accuracy, deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will.
Cool.
So she steals someone else's mind to boost her own strengths.
Nice.
Detonate.
Directly splinters the target's soul with sheer force. God.
Whoa.
Inflicting raw damage to them. Targets with low endurance explode.
Oh my god, what?
What?
31 to 52 raw. Wait, is that 10,300.3 raw damage? Is
Well,
that right?
That says base 10,000.
Is that... Okay, I'm taking that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Is that accurate?
Is this real life?
Is that like a bug? That seems way too high.
Please
but...
use that on everyone.
Yeah, okay, sure. Especially because it's raw damage. That like bypasses all
Yeah.
DR. Yeah, raw damage is the only damage type that ignores all DR.
I'm really curious about why she has an insane thing.
And this one is connects the minus cipher with an ally to get the ally's knowledge, so it just gives her a accuracy buff. I feel
Yeah.
like this one and Ringleader.
Yeah, do that.
Those two like struck me as the most obvious, awesome ones.
That's... I really want to try that, like, right now.
Yeah. God. She could use it in here too, which is this.
Oh my god, it's not a combat-only one?
No.
So you can just walk up to someone and make them explode.
So, I'm so confused why there's like targets with low endurance explode, causing crush damage to all in the area of effect.
So she turns someone into a bomb.
Yeah.
Like a...
But why is there 2 sets of damage? Like there's target 31 to 52 raw, and then additional like 10,000 raw. I don't. Okay.
I wonder if that's like the amount of damage that explodes outwards
Maybe.
and
Oops.
is like split up depending on how many people are around it.
Maybe.
We'll have to play around with that one to see,
Yeah,
because
jeez.
I'm really curious.
Well, we might have a
now.
fight coming up in the sanitarium if what's his name is truly up to no good.
The guy told you not to agitate the patients.
Well, the
I think-
patients,
I
not the
think
doctor.
that also includes not blowing them up.
Well, if the Animancer doctor is the lead and key trader, then
Then we can blow his ass
we're
up.
blowing his ass up.
Do it. Blow him up. Make him go boom.
That's gonna be the first thing I do is just her skill.
Shotgun. Bang! What up with that thing?
I want to know, how does it hang?
You didn't sneak down this damn hallway.
Okay, you know what? Here.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Watch. There's not going to be anything, but if there's like one tiny thing, then I demand all the praise.
All the praise and
credit.
accolades.
Yes. So many accolades.
Just trying fast when I do this.
Damn.
Nope.
Damn! She does have a cool.
I still want to know what the
sword.
fuck this is.
I know. I imagine we will find a key in there somewhere.
Head warden says you can go in. Be careful in there.
Okay.
Rather telling that they don't keep these poor sods up top. Oh, rather telling they don't keep these
Yeah.
poor sods up top.
Oh, little guy. Come
So,
on, little guy. Oh.
a flesh construct.
What?
Well, you're named. Should we talk to you?
Yes. Freyol.
A curved spine twists this woman's posture forward, her greasy hair draped over her large eyes like vines. She smiles at you. You must be visiting someone. A friendly visit, I hope.
She talking about like a conjugal visit.
Well, she notices that we're, like, equipped with,
Oh,
like,
I'm
a
just-
ton of weapons and armor. Yeah.
Let's see.
Would you like to conjugate over by the flesh golem?
Yep. I'll show him my flesh golem.
Whoa.
Do you know where I might be able to find Azo?
I think I've seen him around today. Have you checked the laboratory? It shares a wall with his office. He's been spending most of his time there lately.
What do you know about him?
Oh, I like him very much. Many animators could care less about their patients. Look at us like vermin for their experiments, but Master Alzo treats us like humans, even the very sick. You can tell he does this to help people. He's helped me understand a great deal about myself, and I know he's done the same for others. It's too bad what they did to him. He hides it well, but I know he's still affected by it.
What happened to him?
Her eyes dart back and forth. They don't like to talk about it. But there was an accident. He was said to be one of the brightest in Deerwood. That was his reputation here, and that was what brought me to seek treatment. People say it was ego that drove him to try and solve the legacy, but that's hogwash, even if he was a bit of a showman. He loves his homeland. He thought he could help. He wasn't one to speak of his work, suspected his colleagues might have tried to steal it, but he told me once that he'd figured out a way to create a soul.
What?
Well, yeah, it's called banging someone.
What?
Not a soul exactly, mind you. Sorry, our cat is being the worst. Get out of there. How'd he put it? A proxy, I think he called it. Had some machine that drew energy out of the very ether. Can you imagine? Oh, that seems leaded key-ish.
Yeah, it does.
The point is, he was going to help with the legacy. He was going to make Hollowborn into something easier to love and care for. Gods know that's something we need. Do you know what they call those empty little babies in Audra's gift?
No.
They call them buoys because so many of them are found floating face down in the water. That's upsetting.
They made a dead baby joke?
Wow.
Come on!
I don't know if it's like a joke or so much
Well,
like this is what's
it's
actually
not, but
happening.
Jeez.
Evils that magnify tragedies. This is what we must stop. Oh. Oh, she's like screaming internally.
Yeah.
Only her
jeez.
mind speaks. Anyway, Master Alzo had scheduled a public demonstration of his work in Copperlane. He was so excited. And then the next day he was locked in his office, turning away visitors, I heard, and he stopped seeing patients. I don't know exactly what happened, I don't have the heart to ask him, but I'm glad they were letting him treat people again.
Have any of the patients here been acting unusually?
Well, there's Batixa, who relives a murder she committed more than 5 lifetimes ago. Idelman, who they say only has half a soul and was found collecting the faces of others because he believed he is owned to be a false one. Graham, he speaks in a language no one understands and walks at night sometimes.
Whales.
Oh, Wales, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wales at night.
Different from their normal behavior, I mean?
Well, yes, I suppose, but nothing they didn't volunteer for. Master Alzo let us know that a number of patients in the North Ward had volunteered for a new therapy and would be escorted to his laboratory to receive treatment. The North Ward has our most troubled cases. I'm glad some of them have chosen to get help. It seems to me it's gotten quieter over there since it started. It's Graham I see them taking in the most. He struggles, but he always was a bit of a wild one.
Oh, God. Why are you in here?
I don't want to say. You'll think less of me.
Let's see. I think number 3 is flirting?
Yeah, seriously.
Let's see. You can tell me. I'm going crazy, too.
You shouldn't tease. No one in here can help what they are. I know, I've tried.
Oh.
These last few years have been kind to me. They haven't been kind to anyone, really. I try not to think of it as personal. I lost my husband and both boys in the Saints' War. My daughter, the legacy, took her before she was ever mine. I made do. What else can you do? I moved into a tiny place in Honor's gift, got by mending clothes and on the kindness of strangers when I had to. But I was surviving and the gods were watching over me. I could live with that. Then one day this noblewoman comes in, wants this fancy gown fixed, gorgeous thing, the shade of blue I'd never seen before. Only I had. I looked at it and it reminded me of something. I had what they call an awakening. I remembered being a noblewoman myself in another life, people doting over me, men doting over me, me! The best food, the most beautiful home, all the things you never dare to dream of, they were mine. It was poison knowing that. All those things I had that I'll never have in this life. It did something to me. My food started to taste rotten. The walls of my little room seemed to close in around me. I stopped being able to sleep in my own bed.
Oh.
So I came here. It was that or break into an estate and start ordering servants around. It seems like such a silly thing to worry about. You don't have to tell me. But I can't get past it, and I start to wonder, did the gods choose this life for me? And if so, what terrible thing must I have done to deserve it?
Let's see. Maybe you'll get there again one day. If not in this life, then in another.
The strange part is I think even the best wouldn't be good enough for me anymore. I think it must have gotten to that point when I was this noble lady. Okay.
Well, would I be able to visit the North Ward?
They like to keep them separate. I don't know if I've ever seen the guards allow a visitor, just Master Alzo. You might ask him, he's very sympathetic.
Okay, bye.
So,
So she likes him.
yeah, I'm very curious, like, what's all going on here.
Yeah, me too. Lots of shady things.
Alright, well, I guess we'll start exploring. Lots of patience, flesh constructs, barrels,
Barrels.
with sugar.
Delicious.
Is it just a dead end over here?
Well, you know, Mr. Flesh Construct.
What are they doing just hanging around?
I
They
have a
talk to
feeling
them?
they're waiting until we get...
Oh, just turns its head.
I have a feeling they're waiting until shit goes down and then they'll start attacking us.
Sweet, 3 lockpicks. Oh, damn it, remind me next time we're back at a town to buy
Oh, we need such camping
more camping
supplies.
supplies. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Okay, I'll try to remember, but I probably won't. Because I'm terrible.
I don't know if we should be sneaking around, but whatever.
Be constant.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Everybody sneaking.
Ooh. Hey, we can open this now. And
Sweet.
I think only because we had the mechanics bonus from that
Your
rest.
thoughts must-
Woo.
Nothing is closed to the perceptive mind.
Oh,
Ooh, what is
a
that?
one-handed raven wing. Cool mace. Oh, look at that head, too.
Nice.
That is cool. Legend tells of a druid, wise and powerful, who traveled accompanied by a flock of ravens. In battle, the druid would assail his enemies with his mace, while the ravens descended in a chaotic swarm, distracting and flanking his foes. Years of coordinated attacks and the druid's lingering magic are said to have gifted his mace with an enchantment that lends his wielder similar gifts. The mace is finely wrought and lightweight, making it maneuverable, if not very resistant against direct attacks. Against a distracted opponent, however, a single blow often proves quite sufficient.
Oh my god.
It's got DR bypass, coordinating when attacking the same person. Wow. Huge damage boost. Maybe we'll give that to us. It's a cool druid thing.
Yeah,
We've been using the same bow for God knows how long.
yeah, it's true.
Granted, I don't want to put her in
Well,
melee.
we're not super melee though.
But her other weapon set is 1 Zarb Sphere. So I'll just put that there.
Okay.
So if I want a melee, I have a cool... Look at that cool
Whoa,
mace.
that's awesome.
Isn't that sweet?
I almost feel like we should give it to someone who will use it more, but...
I'm going to give her a better shield, too. Are there any cool magic shields? Oh, we have the fine. Wasn't there like oh, yeah, there was the supper plate.
Oh, yeah. Boop.
Yeah, but the thing is Eddar's one-handed weapon, I think, is better than that
Well,
anyways.
yeah.
Both
That's
of
the
his
thing
one-handed
that sucks
weapons.
is, like, the people that would use it already have good weapons, so...
Oh, I've been having him use the wrong weapon set for a bit.
Oops.
That's the weapon he uses when it's Spirit Slaying. This is his better weapon.
Shit!
I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that shit.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let me get the other weapon back.
Boop.
Eh?
Hey?
I don't know
Oh.
who you are.
Hey, that's the guy.
Oh! He's just here?
Yeah.
These are the northern wards?
No, I don't think these are.
Okay, well. I'm still lockpicking.
Nothing is closed to the perceptive mind.
Ooh. Blade of Golan.
Ooh.
Wolfheart. Blessed by the Lord of the Hunt. A human hunter showing skill with a bow and arrow beyond any before seen caught Gallowayne's attention one day. He proposed a bargain. If the hunter could beat him in a hunting contest, Gallowayne would present her with armor that would bestow upon her the power of a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
For a week, both hunters tracked their respective quarry through the woods, and when the contest was ended, the hunter had felled the most game. True to his word, Gallowayne presented her with Wolfheart, which gave her the crafty and evasive nature. Wow.
Huh.
I want to wear this, too.
Do it!
Sorry, our kitties are being worse. What have you been wearing? Were you wearing this one?
He's being a grump.
Let's take a look. So it's less DR, but like 20% less recovery speed. We don't use Sunbeam like at all.
No, I have
Immune
not.
boost is helpful, and the +1 con is helpful, but this is overall, I think, more useful. Less stun, less knockout. Sure, and it's a cool wolf thing.
Wolfies!
Yeah, let's wear that. See what it looks like.
Do it. Yeah, I like it.
It's like furs.
It is.
I'm gonna enchant this a little bit. I forget what we use for our spells. I think it's like intellect is related. Let me take a look.
Take a look, it's in a book.
Yeah, it is intellect. Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, unless we're already... Do we already have a +1 intellect bonus from something? Yeah, we do. Okay. So, I would have just given it the same shit. Okay.
Let's go do
We'll
something
do the
else.
+1 con. And then we'll continue and talk to this guy.
Oh, yeah. That's the guy we need to talk to.
What proof should it be?
Crush proof.
Cool.
For some reason.
Sure. A round-faced, balding man turns the face. His upper lip is pulled upward slightly by his pointed nose, exposing his upper teeth when he
What is
scowls.
the meaning of this?
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a different voice than I expected.
Let's see. Ethelmore told me you're not supposed to be doing any more experiments.
Yes, well, Ethelmore hasn't done much good for anybody since he had his soul moved to an inanimate object. So I fail to see why I should let that
Whoa.
sway me. If Animancers all follow the commands of their leaders, where would it be? We'd be all backward and willfully ignorant as Raidstrauss. We would know nothing about life or death or even ourselves. We'd be lost in the dark with no clue as to why. I never thought I'd find myself in agreement with the statue, but Ethelmir's right about this fellow, at least. How easily ambition masquerades as prudence. I'll bet he's fooled even himself.
Huh.
Yeah, like, what is he doing exactly?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Let's see. Surely there are other paths that don't involve risking lives.
Indeed. Many lives have been spent in such pursuits, writing treatises and poems. But tell me this, how does one verify the truth of a poem? If some philosopher stumbled across the meaning of our existence, how would we know it from a false one? These are wasted lives. In Animancy there is progress. We are measurably closer to complete understanding because of our work. And that will be true until our work is complete. Who will solve Widewen's legacy? Some church? Some warrior? It will be an Animancer, or it will be no one at all.
I mean, we kind of already figured out what's going on with that.
Yeah. Let's see. I heard you were demoted. How did that happen?
That's none of your concern. Did one of the others put you up to this? Oddmere? That smug weasel. Things went wrong. Everything. I don't know how. I'll never know.
Have you tried your experiments on any other subjects?
I have, yes. No point in lying about it now that Ithelmir's involved. I asked for volunteers from our patients, and a few brave souls came forward. I was very close at one time to a breakthrough. They understand that. They understood that their sacrifices would mean something.
I'd like access to the North Ward.
Yeah. Out of the question. Those patients are in isolation for a reason.
Let's see. So. Your forehead seems damp all of a sudden. Perhaps I should discuss your insubordination with the head warden?
You smug Cretan. How dare you come down here and meddle? I have no idea the importance of my research.
He balls up his fist and digs his teeth into his index finger, a growl simmering beneath his breath and a deep scowl compressing his face.
Speak to them for all the good it'll do you. I'm sure the discussions will be fascinating.
God, he's so furious.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about him yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone else seems to think he was like an okay dude, and obviously he's doing experiments, but if it was like a volunteer thing, and we don't know the results of them yet.
Yeah. I wonder if he's awakened.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Farewell.
Okay, well.
I guess I could ask him about awakenings, but...
We already found the expert
Yeah.
on awakenings. I feel like
I know.
we're all
I'm just
gonna-
kind of curious if he'll say anything that's like helpful.
So where's the North Fort? Is it that area up there?
Sure. I don't know, man.
You just empty cells? Why are they all empty?
Oh, there's that guy.
There's that guy. There's a guy over here.
Oh, that guy's cool.
I'll sneak around, but I'll do it on fast mode.
Yeah.
Could use a wee kick.
Oh, Aloth got tired.
Yep.
Specifically,
Excuse me.
the other soul inside Aloth got tired.
Isilmir.
Yeah.
Excuse me again. I burped.
Oh!
Ooh, there's a sneaky.
Well,
Okay.
that was
I don't know
useful.
what that is.
It's just like an alchemical thing that we like never use.
You're an alchemical thing that we never use.
That's mean.
What?
Oh, is
Sup,
this...
flesh
Oh,
construct?
that's the door. Okay.
There we
the north
go,
door.
yeah.
We'll still go around like the other side and make sure there's
Yeah.
nothing else down
Yeah, all
here.
these flesh constructs are making me a little bit nervous.
I guess it's an Animancer Thane, and they're like basically the guards.
I guess, yeah.
Still weird.
Another door.
Is that a door? It looks like a door, but why can't I interact with it?
It looks like a secret door.
Oh, there are whites in that cell back
I don't like them. I have a feeling that door's gonna open
Oh.
and let all the whites out.
there. What's gonna go back? What's going back here?
What's going on over there, guys?
Whoa.
What the? Hey, everybody.
It's a kind of off the beaten path little room.
Yeah. Such secrets. Oh, God!
Get in here.
Little animat. Oh, my goodness.
Is there anything in here?
I guess not. Unless there's something we can't see yet.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Well, let's, I guess, go check out the North Ward and see what's going on in there.
Yeah, it's over here. It's right
I'm
here.
scared! What if it's scary?
It might be.
What if it's the scariest?
Oh yeah, this place is fairly large.
Yeah. I mean, the map's pretty big, so it looks pretty big.
Pretty big guys. Pretty big.
Yes.
Okay, goodbye.
See you, dude. This place is so comfy looking.
I mean, mostly we want to talk to Graham, right?
I think so, yeah.
Is this my
Graham!
face? Tell me!
Oh, God, that's that other guy.
This is not my face. I don't look like this. Whose face is this?
Uh,
Well, that's him. Can't talk to that door. Thundering sky, rain of blood, innocence must drown.
oh boy, that seems like the serial killer lady.
Yeah, and they're happy people in here.
Mhm.
Really, they are.
You didn't check that middle door.
I couldn't.
Graham!
There wasn't an icon on it.
This man has the look in his eyes of a hunted animal, and at your approach he staggers backward to the far corner of his cell, halfway appearing as though he would climb the walls if it would get him farther away from you. He cries out, a bizarre primal utterance like nothing you've ever heard.
Why do we think he's the lead and key spy?
What?
Because he's the one being experimented on?
I don't know.
I guess
I need to ask you some questions.
he looks at you blankly. It's unclear whether he understands you or not, but his panic has momentarily subsided. He opens his mouth to speak, but the words that come out are half-formed as though his tongue were cut out. They're impossible for you to discern if indeed they are words at all. His mind has been broken, Watcher. Some trauma, some cruelties at work.
Let's see. You're afraid. Do certain visitors make you afraid?
He looks at you with uncertainty. Slowly, tentatively, he steps closer to the front of his cell, and as he does so, for the first time you can perceive his soul within your ken. It's misshapen as though maimed by some jagged instrument, and large expanses of it have been gouged out entirely. You feel no barriers of resistance. If you wanted to, you could look further into his soul.
I want to do it.
You project out toward the maimed soul in front of you, merging with it, its confusion and fear becoming yours as it whisks you into its depths. You're in your cell. A key turns. The door creaks open on neglected hinges. Thoughts come to you in waves, incomplete, broken, fearful. Standing at the door is a rotund, balding man. His upper teeth and pointy nose remind you of a rat. He beckons, apologetic. You don't want to go. Anything else? In your mind is a single word, and the word is no, but it dissolves before it reaches your lips. You press against the back wall, cornered. You cry out. In darkness, you fight against unseen restraints. You cannot move your arms or legs. The man walks into the room carrying a lit candle, its meager flame casting long shadows across books and machinery. Straps bind your arms and legs. Cold metal circumscribes the crown of your head and the breadth of your chest. The man is sorry. He's in need of raw materials. They dismantled his work and he needs another source. He needs to show them that he was right. He thanks you. Then he turns a knob and you feel yourself begin to crack from within, and you can feel pieces of you torn away, like having your insides chewed by a horde of rats, and you are screaming a scream you can barely hear.
Continue searching.
Another night, heavy footsteps outside your door, coming for you. You look through a slit in your door. The flesh giant, the artificial being just outside but facing left, facing the end of the hall, the boy there. The boy looks with interest at the giant, then collapses to the floor like a shed snakeskin. The giant convulses for a moment, then rights itself, turns away, and leaves. That's...
Fuck.
Well, yeah, what's going on here?
Jeez. Okay.
Graham looks at you, still wild-eyed, but somehow more present. He nods at you, then walks back to the end of his cell. Speak to the patient at the end of the hall.
Oh, God. That door.
Yeah. I'm reminded of, do you remember Kung Fu Hustle enough? Do you remember when they went into the insane asylum and they get to, like, the bottom hall and it's just, there's, like, blood pouring out of the walls and, like, the door framed at the end?
No, God.
It's
Kung
a cool...
Fu Hustle?
Kung Fu Hustle, yeah.
Really?
It's when they break out the guy in flip-flops who's, like, the super
God,
master that went insane.
I barely remember that.
Oh,
It's
well,
been a
obviously
really
we need
long
to watch it
time,
again.
I guess. For some reason, when you said there's, like, a hallway in blood and stuff, it made me think of the hammer scene from Old Boy.
Oh, this is Uskrim.
Yeah. Willowy adolescent boy stands in the center of his cell, gawkish and stoop-shouldered. He stares straight ahead, the occasional blink his only movement, and it's unclear whether he registers your presence at all behind his glassy, doll-like eyes. In this state, the barriers between your soul and his are thin and porous, easily bypassed if you should wish. Yep. You close your eyes and edge forward toward the boy's soul, and as you near, a sudden malaise comes over you. You are cold and warm all at once, sweating and shivering and straining for breath, as you did on the caravan journey. The soul you approach is the wrong one, a parasitic plant that strangles its host. It is predatory and pitiless, and you have crossed paths with it before. Ooh.
Whoa.
Too late does it occur to you to retract, and already you feel yourself plunging into some interminable abyss of thought and memory. You're standing in a cell now, the same cell in the sanitarium. The halls are moonlit and empty, and you are waiting. At the far end of the ward, the door opens, revealing a flesh golem in silhouette beneath a stone archway. It makes its usual rounds, the same stops every time, the misbegotten child of despondent creators. When the construct is close, you coil yourself up and spring forward, passing out of the boy's body as though it were a membrane. You can sense his body behind you collapsing on the floor, a puppet whose strings are cut. You're rushing toward the golem now, bodiless as a gust of wind. Quickly, you think to yourself, quickly, and you feel the strength hemorrhaging from your soul as you dart towards the makeshift abomination. You pass into the golem's shell and overtake the soul implanted within, encircling it, suppressing it, and containing this new vessel, you are strong again.
I wonder...
It's Voldemort!
or the main bad guy.
Yeah. You step heavy-footed down corridors, unheeded by the other constructs and scrutinized only by the wary, untrustworthy eyes of the mad, coming at last to an office piled with books and scribbled papers and the perverse implements of animancy. You set your oversized hands upon a large machine, a nest of globes and tubes and coils in the center of the room, and go to work, bending wires and unsettling alignments. Your surroundings are pulled past you, or perhaps you are pulled past them, and they dissolve into a blur. When they settle into place again, you are outside on a clear day, standing in front of a crowd stacked high above you on the tiered seats of an amphitheater. You are acting for the crowd, standing deliberately still, but this is no play. A balding man with rodent-like features is strapping you to a machine, the one you had tampered with. You see your arms for the first time, short and fleshy, unmistakably those of a little girl. Oh God. But this body is not truly yours. Your mind still holds the same determination, the same hard-heartedness as before. The body itself is cold and vacuous. Unlike the others, this one has no soul of its own. The man speaks, and the crowd applauds with an enthusiasm worthy of a hero's entrance. Bear witness, he says, and pulls a lever. The machine shivers and sparks, and a bead of sweat rolls down the side of the man's brow. But the crowd's apprehension quickly gives way to awe as a crystal globe fills with a radiant mist that casts the entire theater aglow. He opens a valve, and the glow crawls through the tube along the length of copper wiring that runs to a set of electrodes beneath your armpits. Ugh. You feel nothing when it reaches you, as it should be, for you have been leading his work astray periodically for some time, altering notes and settings, and playing puppeteer for Hollowborn. But you make it look how people would expect it to look when a body is infused with a soul. In a moment, the machine goes dark, and the man unstraps you, eyeing you with a scientist's concern. He looks back up at the crowd. "Behold," he says, but there is obvious hesitation in his voice. Slowly, you take a plodding step forward, then another and another. You look up at the man, giving him the eye contact of which no Hollowborn is capable, and the crowd gasps. The man looks relieved. "How do you feel?" he asks at a volume meant for the crowd, and this is the moment. At the top of your lungs, you let out a piercing shriek. The man comes towards you, his hand outstretched, but you run the other way, back to the machine. Let's see. With all your strength, you drive your head into the crystal globe, and it shatters, streaking your head with warm blood. You drive your head down onto the surface of the machine again and again, drawing panicked screams from the crowd. Oh my god.
Wow.
And by the time the man reaches you, your body has already ceased proper function and merely twitches on the cold ground. Satisfied, you depart the corpse and search for another unsuspecting host. Who could put their faith in animancy now?
So,
Wow.
it's not the main guy. This whoever the soul is has been sabotaging his work
Yeah.
and driving him to... I mean, he's still like a bad guy and he's
Yeah.
fucking with this Graham kid, but
Yeah.
wasn't always that way.
Yeah. As you, let's see, you are pulled again from your surroundings, transcending the boundaries of memories and lifetimes, deeper and deeper, past betrayals and murders and lies upon lies that form the thick webbing of plots beyond mortal comprehension. You settle at last on a room you've seen before, expansive with a tall device encasing an Adra monolith at its center. The room is filled with people, and the people all look at the device. You are yanked suddenly back to reality, and the once catatonic boy in the cell is looking directly at you, appraising, calculating. There's no mistaking now that it is the soul of Theos Ix Arcanon, the man you've been searching for that gazes out from that borrowed husk. Holy crap!
I didn't want to say it would be the main bad guy, but I kind of thought it was. Because it was saying we had not felt his soul since back before we first became when we first became a Watcher.
Let's see. I believe we share a common past. I'm just looking for some answers.
Is that so? He makes no effort to hide his disinterest, but he continues to search your eyes. He makes a slight grunty noise, and his eyes soften for an instant, and it seems for that moment that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak, then seems to think better of what he's about to say. His jaw tightens. I know your look, your hunger for answers that elude you. It gnaws at your soul, it usurps your reason for being. You're like everyone.
Usurps.
I will help you let go. He dodges backward with startling grace, putting himself out of reach. On his face there's no malice, only the dispassion of a farmer putting down a sick animal. Then suddenly he slumps forward.
What the... Well... So that doesn't seem great.
No. Oh, well, there's a flesh golem right behind us. I was wondering, I was like, which character did he jump into?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna... Let's see.
Grand adventure.
Nice.
Sorry, there's a battle here.
Well, that's not important right now. Also, are we gonna just make this a really long episode? Because we're already like...
No, we can pause here.
4 minutes in, so...
Who are we gonna send on the grand adventure? Wow,
Let's
this has got a bit wide. I'd say one of our, main peoples.
Do Sagani, I guess. And then next time, we'll fight all these dudes.
Yeah, seriously.
Woo!
Oh, this is exciting.
All right. Bye.
Bye-byes.